CLA Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Our cameras caught the Clippers arriving at their building and coming.
Kevin, thanks.
He stays working and stays true. David, thank you. And a look at the status here of both teams' injured players and who will not be in the lineup.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Norman Powell, and it's Nurkic in at center. And for Los Angeles, Batum is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's George in at the shooting guard position. And so the Los Angeles Clippers get the first points of the ballgame. And Doris, tonight, two experienced teams will be battling.
Well, what you come to expect with experienced rosters are excellent defensive rotations, game plan discipline. These guys know how to play the game. So let's see how this plays out.
And here's McCollum for three. Paul George grabs the miss. And here's George. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. About 1 minute into the first quarter. They get it again. Here's Zubac. Batum inside the three-point line. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. The Blazers on offense. Back to McCollum. Lets the three fly. It's rebounded by Leonard.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Boy, that open look set up by Kawhi Leonard, that's probably the most underrated aspect of his game.
Here's Lillard. The Clippers getting the bucket. And the rejection by Zubac. Batum passes to Leonard. And it's Leonard with the jam.
There's just so much force that Kawhi plays with. It is what allows him to rise up and put it down with authority.
And Kawhi Leonard, one of the league's most dominant rebounders, Doris, from the wing position.
Board man gets paid. That was his motto from back in high school and college. It's all about hard work and earning your keep, according to Kawhi.
On the wing, George. Zubac the pass to George. Stolen by McCollum. Lillard with it. Guarded now by Jackson. And the basket by Lillard. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That is his first foul of the game. A different look for the Clippers. Patterson, he's checked in for Zubac. Marcus Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Jackson. And then for the Trailblazers, Cantor comes in for Yusuf Nurkic. And Carmelo Anthony subbed in for C.J. McCollum. Catching up on the changes for Portland. Derek Jones comes in for Robert Covington. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. Here's Simons. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Here's George. The Clippers rebound. Patterson dishes to George. Powell with the steal. Shoots it up. Jones kicks to Powell. From the arc. Drills it from outside.
Absolutely critical that Norman Powell expand his range. The more he makes that three, the more the floor opens up.
Outside, George. Los Angeles with another miss.
This has not been a good period for this guy. Out of sync, not letting the game come to him. He's got to settle down and make shots.
Powell with it. Guarded now by Morris. Back to Powell. Crew on the 14-footer. Powell's got 5.
Okay, we see the mid-range game of Norman Powell starting to take shape, doing work.
We've got 1:08 left in the first quarter. Los Angeles with another miss.
No other way to put it. Just a rough quarter in terms of scoring. He has not been helping at all.
And the foul called on Marcus Morris. That is his first foul of the game. There's a minute left here in the opening quarter. Here's Anthony. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
And that's where you want to make the next pass. This guy is a good scorer, but the defense was right on him.
Morris into the lane. And a wide open look for Rondo. No good. And they can't put an end to this drought. Here's Jones. Cantor finds Anthony. And that one hits back iron. Clippers trail by 5. Morris passes to Mann. Back to Morris. Here's the 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Really good job anticipating the rise and fire off the catch. Go ahead, Marcus Morris.
The pass to Powell. Tanner, high post. Back to Powell. Pass to Simons. With 1 on the clock. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
Well, finishing quarter strong. Every coach preaches it. Nice work.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And looking at what we've seen so far from the Trailblazers guys, what do you think?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
Patrick Patterson is out there with Marcus Morris. That's Rajon Rondo. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's Mann in at the 2 spot. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Now here's Lillard. Now Cantor. Launches a 3. Lillard misses. Morris inside. Anthony on him. Here's Mann. He's guarded by McCollum. Morris against Anthony. Clock at 4. Can't tie it up as that one misses. And here's Lillard. He brings it up for Portland. Jones, no one around him. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. The Clippers trail. Here's Mann. Outside for Rondo. Passes it to Mann. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That's on Enes Kanter. Greg, you showed toughness and grit when you played. You've got to succeed in this league with those things at the forefront, right? Being tough, being gritty. And there are several players whose style you admire that play like that.
I mean, no doubt about it. You have the superstars, the Kawhis, the LeBrons, who continue to do it. They can intimidate you physically, but they also provide tremendous skill set. But 2 other guys, Russell Westbrook, Jimmy Butler, they're also guys that exemplify that toughness. 2 guys, when you look at those 2, a lot of people didn't project them to be what they've become, and it's impressive to watch them take the floor night in and night out.
And here is Los Angeles now. The Blazers getting the bucket. Jackson passes to Oturu. And off there, he misses his first shot of the night. Portland leading. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
We know this about Robert Covington. He is a team man first and foremost. Pretty pass.
And how about this stat? Over the course of Robert Covington's career, over 60% of his shots coming from long range.
And Greg, the prototypical 3-and-D guy, you almost want to reverse it because defense has been the pivot point for Robert Covington's emergence as a player in this league.
That's the efficiency you want to see from Jackson, using his poise and vision to make a play.
Lillard way outside. That one doesn't go. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Leonard looking around. Pass to Oturu. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. He kicks it to Jackson. 1:56 left in the second quarter. Good work defensively by Anthony. A floater, and there's Lillard on the assist by McCollum. Lillard's got 10 points.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Covington with the steal. McCollum finds Lillard. Fires it up. Lillard again missing.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
And there's the pass to Mann. And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That's his first foul for the Trailblazers. Norman Powell comes in for Carmelo Anthony. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. The shot by George, no good.
No idea why he's attempting so many outside shots. It's not his day, and he needs to either look to drive or get it to an open teammate.
And it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession. Derek Jones, he's checked in for McCollum. Powell, the pass to Jones. Leonard with the steal. And here's the break. He feeds it to Jackson. Covington with the steal. Jones drives in. Powell, the pass to Jones. That shot, no good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Leonard kicks to Jackson. George against Powell. Over in the corner, Zubats. Clock at 6. Right side, George. No good with the elbow jumper. From past the arc. Rebound by Nurkic.
I'll tell you, it feels all night like this guy's been forcing shots, rushing shots. He's really struggling on the offensive end.
And the rejection by Leonard. It's Powell on the wing. And some good action through the first 2 quarters. All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. They had a 4-point advantage at the end of the... And...
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. One guy who's getting it done is Lillard.
And you know he's going to put up points every time out, but boy, he made it look so easy in that first half.
And let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
Here's who Terry Stotts is starting the second half with. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Powell in at the 3 spot. Here's George after the Trailblazers pick up 2. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. He takes it up and lays it in.
What great body control from the all-star forward. Paul George, so skilled at keeping his composure under pressure.
Well, you look at the career that Dame Lillard has had so far. Taken 6th in the 2012 draft out of Weber State, a small school, but this guy became a franchise player immediately for the Blazers.
There is an imagination, a creativity. This guy's passing drives the offense.
Outside Covington. He dishes it to Nurkic. Batum with the steal. On the wing, Jackson got a piece of it. Pass to Zubats. From deep, George gets it to go from beyond the arc. George has got 5 points now in the quarter. And thinking of Lillard, the numbers over his career are incredible.
And Lillard found his strength as a shooter, and boy, did he exploit it. He's been averaging 20 points per game almost his entire career, and he's kept adding to his game as one of the elite players in our league.
Hits it from three-point range.
Great play calling, great execution, leads to 4 for 4 to start this half.
And a deep 3 from Lillard. They get the rebound. It's good on the putback.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Outside, George. Here's Zubats. Left side, George. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Nurkic has got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Powell. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
See, the athleticism of Norman Powell is a problem. This guy understands how to get defenders committed to him.
A different look for the Clippers. Kawhi Leonard is checked in for Luke Kennard. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Jackson. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Cantor checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. Derek Jones, he's checked in for C.J. McCollum. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. Rondo passes to George. Shoots over Powell. That doesn't go either for George.
I'll tell you, this has not been his game, and he's making it worse with shot selection like that.
Here's Jones. Cantor, the shot missing. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. And it's Leonard with the jam.
Well, that's about recognizing a transition opportunity when it presents itself. Nice job by Kawhi Leonard.
Here's Simons. He's covered by Rondo. And it's Simons missing.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
And it's Leonard with the jam.
As unassuming as he looks sometimes, Kawhi Leonard finishes with authority off the dribble.
And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Oh, and he's going up for the alley-oop here. And then Jones with the jam.
And you could see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. Now here's Rondo. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. 59 seconds left to play in the third. 5 to shoot. And it's Norman Powell with the foul. That's his first foul. Los Angeles making a switch here. Mann's checked in. There's 53 seconds left in the third quarter. Leonard with the bucket.
You know, I've got to say, defensively, the effort simply hasn't been there this half. They've got to pick up their energy.
Here's Simons. It's tipped, and they'll keep possession. The wide open look here for Anthony. Goes up again. Powell with it. 11 points in the game. A putback. Batum grabs the miss.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Outside Leonard. And there it is for him. And now a 7-point Los Angeles lead.
And offensively, they seem to have turned a corner.
Here's Simons. Inside, deflects the pass. Batum with the steal. Doesn't go for him. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low, so many of their points coming right at the rim. We've got more in store for you right after this. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate. And how about the setup this was?
How about the secondary playmaking you are getting? Great to have that from the shooting guard spot.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. They've got Rajon Rondo. Marcus Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Patrick Patterson, and it's Jackson in at the 2-guard spot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers.
Well, I think this is where they'd like to see Patrick Patterson be effective, get his points in tight, make nice, efficient moves to the rim.
Here's Lillard, and Lillard throws it down.
Yeah, that's a great setup. Screen the defender off and let him elevate.
Oh, right, and wasn't the timing ideal? My goodness, the D with no chance to react.
The execution was simply flawless. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you run that play.
And here are the Clippers now. Portland making their last shot. Shot clock at 6. Back to Patterson. Stolen by Cantor. Now it's Anthony running. He can go all the way. And it's Anthony with the jam.
Boy, I love seeing Cantor distribute the basketball. If you're open, this guy will find you.
Clippers leading by 5. And here's Jackson. He can't get that one. Good D by McCollum. Trailblazers shooting a lackluster 38% for the game, struggling so far. Got that bucket in no time at all.
Puts one in the eye of the defense. First triple of the evening.
Now here's Rondo. Outside Jackson. Passes it to Leonard. And just miss after miss right now. And here's Lillard. He brings it up for the Portland Trailblazers. Here's Anthony. Pass to McCollum. Lillard, right side. To take the lead. And stolen by Patterson. And here comes Jackson, leading the fast break. Oh, wow!
Well, don't let Kawhi's quiet demeanor fool you. This guy has athleticism and explosiveness. How about that in style?
Now here's Lillard. Beyond the arc. The rebound by Patterson.
If you want to cut into a lead, you have got to trust your teammates and move the ball.
Jackson down low. He's guarded by McCollum. And the basket by Jackson.
And good to see Jackson finish closer in. Not a guard who just chucks up threes. Can find the creases with that handle.
And that's an intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yusuf Nurkic. He's checked in for Portland. Norman Powell comes in for Carmelo Anthony. Lillard, the pass to Covington. Back to Lillard. There's the three. Makes that one fall. It's his 8th bucket in 15 shot attempts.
Proof positive that Lillard is worthy. That's talent you can build a franchise around.
George dishes to Rondo. Back to George. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
Boy, that's the last thing they needed. This game too close to be making those kinds of errors.
And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Stripped away.
Yeah, you don't see those over and back calls too often because they're just so easy to avoid.
Right. It doesn't happen often. It's kind of a silly mistake. We'll see if they can make up for it on the defensive end.
Now, here's George. That one good for 2. And the Clippers lead by 5.
Wow. How about Paul George commanding the basketball when his team needs a basket? Go to work, sir.
Lillard against Rondo. The 3. They grab their own miss.
And the swag Nurkic plays with, it's infectious. He doesn't back down from taking a big shot.
Now, here's George. 1:02 left in the 4th. Fires the 3. And the rebound by Nurkic. Trailblazers have gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the 4th. Strong work at that end of the floor.
And really, for some reason, just not a big part of their offense today. Hard to get into a rhythm when you're getting so few opportunities at the rim.
Here's Oturu. Nobody near George. Wide open, couldn't capitalize. And it's the Trailblazers with the ball. They've given up just 8 points in the 4th quarter. Lillard fires away from way outside. Count it! And oh, that was an enormous 3-pointer.
And that one sends the bench into a frenzy.
I'll tell you, these guys have worked so hard together. Everyone pulling in the same direction. Beautiful to watch.
And here's George for 3. No good from 3-point territory. And so they choose to intentionally foul. And no good as the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second.
You know, it took Nurkic a while to kind of establish himself as a starting center in the NBA, but it didn't take long to see it's a role he deserves.
You can see Paul George is locked in right now. Big-time shots demonstrate his elite level in the NBA.
Now a timeout called by Portland. They trail by 1. 1 second left in the fourth quarter of this one. And now, let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Paul George.
And to me, the best part of his game has been the work he's done inside. I mean, slashing, driving the lane, attacking the basket at every chance. When he's had an opening, he's taken it.
So it's the Clippers taking the win in a close one. That was a fun. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight. Check out the fashion style of the Bucks as they enter.
Hey, Kevin, thanks for...
And David, he is just getting started. Great stuff, thanks as always. And they'll have some minutes to make up for with an injury in their roster.
Short a rotation player, nothing they can't overcome, but it does shrink your margin for error just a bit.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday, and it's Lopez in at the 5 down low. And for Portland, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Anthony in at the small forward. And so the Milwaukee Bucks get the first points of the ballgame. Lillard, no good off the back of the rim.
The D giving him that shot, and that's probably not a good idea, but I guess they knew what they were doing that time.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
Yeah, a little bit surprising he hasn't connected on at least one of his 3 shots yet, but he's going to keep shooting.
Shots good by Middleton. Terrific talented backcourts tonight. Greg, did it ever add anything for you playing across another top-level guard?
Listen, it raises the stakes, no doubt about it. You always want the opportunity to play against the best because you want to see where you stand. But in the end, even when you know a guy's better than you, and you're going to have that be the case a lot of nights, you still know that you will have an ability to impact the outcome when it comes to winning. And that's where you have to keep your focus.
Lillard, no good on the free throw.
But you got quicks, you got instincts, and you got aggression. Damian Lillard capable of taking over just about any time he wants.
Portland on defense. 4-point game. For three, Middleton. Damian Lillard pulls it in. Portland's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. And the foul on Drew Holiday. That's his first foul. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Here's Lillard. And he wills that one in. Sinking right through off the back iron.
Man, both on balance and on point. Damian working through that mid-range area now.
Holiday looking for an opening. And he converts the layup.
Drew's got such a great build. 205, 210 pounds, a bigger guard. Hard to knock him off of his shot.
Now here's Lillard. Kicks it to McCollum. Floats it up there for Nurkic. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively.
Great effort and gets in a little razzle-dazzle at the end of that one.
Yeah, why not? Show a little creativity, get inside, move that ball around. Just make sure you score.
Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. And they're running. DiVincenzo with it. Lillard picks him up.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Trailblazers trail by 8. Lillard outside. Good D by Lopez.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Middleton can't get it to go. Trailblazers have gone 2 of 6 from the field. The drive by Anthony and the foul on Drew Holiday. That'll be his second foul of the game. So for the Trailblazers, Enes Kanter comes in for Yusuf Nurkic, and it's Powell in for Lillard. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Bobby Portis is checked in for Lopez. P.J. Tucker comes in for Antetokounmpo. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Drew Holiday. Pass to Connaughton. Back to Forbes. 5 on the clock. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. Tucker can't get it to go. The Trailblazers have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway.
And McCollum has done a lot to improve his impact on the defensive end. Very active with his hands and how he challenges shots.
Well, the blocks numbers last year jumped up a bit. That's kind of a nice indicator of what you're talking about, GA. And he just doesn't get tired. And if he can give some more on the defensive end like he's shown, it's going to help out the team. I like how active McCollum was there on defense. Not afraid to poke his hands in there at the right time. Very opportunistic score there.
Here is Forbes. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And now McCollum running the floor all by himself. And it's all evened up.
Well, CJ, as soon as he gets a step on you, you're pretty much done. Aggressive right there in transition.
Here is Forbes. He's guarded by McCollum. Here is Forbes. To the wing right side. Connaughton kicks to Forbes. They get a hand on it. And Portland with the ball. They've got an 8-0 run. And a wide open look for McCollum. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Middleton left side. Shoots over Covington, and that one goes long. That shot off. It's all tied in Portland. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with... And when asked to compare himself to LeBron James...
I know if I put the work in, maybe 10 years from now I can.
And, Greg, that's the humble, hard-working approach we've come to expect from Giannis.
You know, he's not interested in putting himself on a pedestal. Enough people do that for him. He just wants to become the best he can be and win rings.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. What stands out to you guys from the Trailblazers so far in this one?
Well, going to the bench early, they obviously knew what they were doing.
And looking for a spark here, and the coach tapped the right guys to get out there and provide it.
On the court for the Bucks, P.J. Tucker is out there with Chris Middleton. Then there's Bobby Portis, and it's Forbes in at the one.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Pass to Connaughton. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Oh, big time put back there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Here's Simons. Here's Cantor. And he makes good on the layup. Cantor's got the lead up to 2 now for Portland.
One of the game's very best offensive rebounders, Cantor also has the wherewithal to quickly convert for the score.
Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. Portis trying to free himself. Count that one. Forbes has got his first bucket in this one.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
And the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Jones against Middleton. Got it. Good job in the low post. Simons has got the lead. Back up to 2 now for the Trailblazers. Middleton on the wing. Now here's Tucker, defended by Covington. Tucker the pass to Portis. The offensive rebound. They shoot again. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton. Middleton's got 3 assists tonight.
Well, Middleton right now staying aware of where his teammates are and hitting them when they're open.
Powell, no one around him. Good on the three-point shot. And the Trailblazers lead by 3.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Here is Forbes. The pass to Tucker. Middleton looking it over. Back to Tucker. And it's rebounded by Covington. Trailblazers leading by 3. And Jones slams it in.
Like the execution there from Cantor. Usually likes to score, this time with the pass.
And you look at Robert Covington, first team all defense in 2018, the kind of versatile stopper that every team in the league could use.
Connaughton kicks it to Tucker. Back to Connaughton. Down low. Here's Portis. It's good. Portis has got 6 points.
It took a little bit of time, but now he's taking the pen off the cap and putting his mark on this game.
And Covington maybe not a star, but he's a winning player. We've seen that.
And the perfect example of that 3-and-D role player can guard 4 or 5 positions and can definitely sling it from outside.
Here's Connaughton, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. The Bucks shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one. And he knocks down the first one. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Derek Jones. And Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Brook Lopez is checked in for Portis. Giannis Antetokounmpo comes in for P.J. Tucker. Dante DiVincenzo, he's checked in for Chris Middleton. And it's Holiday in for Bryn Forbes. Holiday finds Antetokounmpo. That gives them the lead. He has 6.
Well, an outstanding floor general right there. Holiday has switched between point guard and off guard, and a great feel for when guys are open.
McCollum against Holiday. Out to Anthony. Passes it to Lillard. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Just straight quickness. Lillard showing off the effortless blow-by.
The Bucks have gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And here's Holiday. "11 feet away." That shot misses. Poke loose. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach. Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody, welcome to the first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. Their field goal percentage was a robust. And
we've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. The importance of the three-point shot never greater than right now, and in your eyes, there are some players who are just absolutely dead, solid, perfect from distance.
No doubt about it. And you know, there's 3 guys to me, though, that kind of separate themselves. And it's one, because you have to honor their ability equally off the dribble, from 3, and at attacking the paint. Steph Curry, James Harden, and Damian Lillard. Those 3 guys can all hit pull-ups and step-backs from range off the dribble. They all got great vision, you know, so they can take advantage of defenses that get caught loading a little too much. And then they also are terrific in the paint at getting to the free throw line. So those are the 3 guys I think that create the most havoc when you start talking about having to guard the three-point line.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. On the court for the Trailblazers, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic, and it's Anthony in at the 3. The drive by Anthony. Rebound, Milwaukee.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
It'll go. The Portland lead is cut down to just 2 points on the bucket from Antetokounmpo. DiVincenzo against Lillard. Nwora grabs the board.
The third quarter has not started well, just 1 of 4.
Here's DiVincenzo. And Covington sends it back. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Covington. Cantor checked in for Portland. Jones comes in for Carmelo Anthony. 90 seconds now into the second half. Pass to Nwora. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shoots over Nurkic. Nwora can't get it to go.
He may not be the strongest inside presence in the league, but still, he's got to convert from there.
16 feet away, and the basket by Lillard. Lillard's got 5 points now this quarter.
Aggressive and incredibly quick end-to-end. Lillard is always a threat on the fast break.
Pass to Antetokounmpo. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Holiday's got his 3rd assist on the night. And here's Lillard. He brings it up for the Portland Trailblazers. The lead is 2. Fires the 3. He scores his 6th bucket from the floor with that one. He's shot the ball 11 times.
Yeah, how about the percentage they're shooting from beyond the arc here in the second half?
Lillard against Holiday. Lopez kicks to Holiday. There's the pass to Antetokounmpo. And there's the big-time jam as he slams it right over Nurkic.
Oh, I would love to see Giannis in the dunk contest. Wouldn't that be sweet?
Lillard scanning the floor. Pass to McCollum. And Nurkic has it in the corner. 3-pointer. Milwaukee with the rebound.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical. An era where we're seeing teams turn away from the slower 7-footers. Brook Lopez still playing a pivotal role for the Bucks.
There's been a lot of talk in recent years, Greg, as how the big man has been played off the floor in the playoffs. That's just not the case with Lopez because he's been able to step out and shoot threes along with being a really reliable rim protector.
Bucks trail by 3. Holiday with it. Lopez outside. Aston Morrow. Now here's DiVincenzo. C.J. McCollum comes up with the rebound.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
It's good on the putback. Lillard's got the lead up to 5 now for the Trailblazers.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Outside Holiday. Pass to Lopez. On the wing, DiVincenzo. Here's Holiday. That one falls.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Trailblazers leading by 3. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. Back to Lillard. Lets it go from deep. Knocks down the 3-ball. Lillard's got 13 points in the second half.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from 3-point range.
Here's Giannis. Drops in the layup for 2. Antetokounmpo's got 16.
That's fun to see the handles coming out there from Antetokounmpo. I mean, how do you stop a near 7-footer who's got some dribble skills like that?
And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for the Portland Trailblazers. He put together... Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. And for Portland, they're shooting an efficient 53% from the field. On the floor for Milwaukee starting the fourth quarter, we've got Holiday. Chris Middleton is out there with P.J. Tucker. Then there's Bobby Portis. And it's Connaughton in at the shooting guard position. Bucks trail by 4. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the knee.
And the first one drops. So he gets them both. Now, here's Lillard. Misses off the left iron.
He has to make those shots, guys. If not, a lot of pressure is shifted to the perimeter shooters to hit everything.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
Yeah, whether it's teammates or the coaching staff, hopefully a combination of both, but gets close. He's getting the ball.
Simons, stolen by Middleton. Holiday left side. To take the lead, he lays it in. And the Bucks lead by 2.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Lillard fires away from way outside. He doesn't hit that one. And Milwaukee will come the other way to the middle. Shoots. Portis trying to free himself. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. Lobs it up for Anthony. The Bucks have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Outside Holiday. Three-pointer. Hits the three-point bomb.
He's got a lot to do with the position that they're in. A very smart offensive performance tonight from him.
Lillard outside. He feeds it to Covington. 2 free throws coming up. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Nurkic is checked in, and then for Milwaukee, Lopez, he's checked in for Portis, and it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Pat Connaughton.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
Oh, and here comes Holiday all alone.
And this is right around the time when one team might start to pull away.
Yeah, this team is looking to add to the lead, trying to put the other team away, and threatening here. And he's getting good looks on the floor, but he simply cannot bury anything right now. He's got to stay confident, though, because everyone knows he can hit those shots.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Portland. Giannis Antetokounmpo's checked in for Milwaukee. Lillard from outside. A three-pointer is right on target. Lillard's got 22 points.
And that is what you need in big moments. Lillard's a strong leader with competitive drive. Bingo.
Middleton against Anthony. Middleton can't get it to go. Trailblazers trail by 4. A good look from McCollum. That one's good from the corner.
Man, he was a go-to guy in crunch time in college, and McCollum now has developed that reputation here in the league.
And Holiday, here we go. Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now, 6 for 8 on the night.
That's the kind of player Holiday is, craving the opportunity to be the man in that situation.
Three-pointer, Lillard. Antetokounmpo pulls it in.
Well, you make strides to get back in the ball game, but an errant shot like that can definitely cost you any kind of momentum. Have to use better judgment there.
There's 48 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Count it.
Big-time shot from young Giannis there. He feels more and more comfortable in these big moments.
Lillard against DiVincenzo. This one for 3. Lillard misses.
Well, another 10-cup moment here because he continues to miss shot after shot from three-point range. This is not a fourth quarter he's going to want to remember.
Antetokounmpo looking over the floor. 6 on the shot clock. Rebound by the Trailblazers. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Kicks it out to Lillard. Shoots the 3. The shot, no good. And so the Bucks take the win. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother him. I mean, road team, home team, all I know is they were the better team.
Well said. And now, thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us. Downtown Milwaukee is seated. And
Well, Kevin and guys.
Thanks, David. And a couple of injuries among their reserves. I expect their starters guys will be ready to do whatever's needed.
2 players injured, one of their stars out, something they'll have to dig deep to overcome.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Paul George is out there with Rajon Rondo. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Oturu in at the 4 spot. And for the Bucks, Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday. And it's Middleton in at the small 4. And so the Milwaukee Bucks get the first points of the ballgame. Pass to Oturu. Over Giannis. Oturu's shot is off.
Decent look from mid-range, but there may have been a better option for them in that set.
And it's Giannis missing.
And what should have been a simple pass and finish ends up in a missed opportunity on that alley-oop attempt.
It started off looking good, but the timing was just a little off, and sometimes that's all it takes.
The 3 from George. Rebound, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
0 for 3 now in the early going, just a little bit out of sync. In OKC, Paul George showed he could be an MVP caliber performer. With Kawhi on the Clippers, he could be that 1B or that 1A.
Now here is George. Following the shot by Drew Holiday. It's deflected.
They are 0 for the game thus far. 0 of 4 here, still looking for their first make.
Milwaukee, no good that time either. Los Angeles has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. And it's George finishing it off.
The trust George has built with his team, they know he'll finish strong if they feed him.
And PG, you know, he has the versatility to succeed in different roles. Doesn't have to dominate the ball.
Yes, and if anything, he's more comfortable scoring within the flow of the offense. With his all-around impact, doesn't need to force things to make winning plays. But if you need him to, he can.
Leonard with no one around. That falls. Nice feed that time from George.
You know, there's a rhythm to Leonard's game, but also an awareness. Just takes what the defense allows.
Rondo with the steal. And up the floor again, the Clippers running the floor. And Paul George, good for the three. George has got 5.
That's just great court recognition there. He saw the D pack in the lane on the break, so he calmly rolls up and drained the transition 3.
Holiday goes in, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Quick, athletic, explosive. Holiday will leave you in the dust.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Rondo looking over the floor. Nobody near George. And a miss there on the triple.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Here's Middleton. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
The underrated vision of Holiday. I like it when he's distributing, and I think his coach does as well.
DiVincenzo against George. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there. Greg, we know the names of the superstars, but there are players that are just under that category who probably should get a little more recognition.
Hey, Kevin, that's a great point, and I'm going to toot my alma mater's horn a little bit. Christian Wood's a guy that kind of reminds me of that. He's kind of on the come up. How about Devontae Graham, the second rounder back in 2018, but he's showing to be an established young talent in this league, and there are many more guys like that, and they're going to have their opportunity to become household names.
And it's Antetokounmpo with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Bucks. They trail by 1. And Giannis throws it down.
So strong. Giannis has really added some bulk since entering the league. Helps him absorb the contact.
Now here's Jackson. 1:05 left to play in the first. Patterson with it. And Holiday picks him up defensively. Stolen by Holiday. Floats it up for Giannis. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And if you're looking to make a big play with the pass, you've got to love Giannis. He's a big target on those alley-oop lobs. And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power. Hammering down the two-hand slam. And so here are the Clippers following the bucket by the Bucks. And the Clippers miss again. And the Bucks with possession. They've got a 10-0 run going. Stolen by Jackson. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Kicks it out to Leonard. Rebounded by the Bucks. Giannis has got 4 rebounds in this game.
It's been a rough quarter for him. Can't seem to find any kind of rhythm.
Stolen by Tucker. And he lays it straight in.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Hey, yo, right here.
And we reach the end of the first quarter. The Bucks on top as they finish the quarter, surging on a 12-0 run. And we'll return shortly. This is what Giannis Antetokounmpo recently told us when he was asked about his goals this past offseason.
For me personally,
And for Giannis, Greg, the consistency from range has been a focal point.
The more accurate he is from outside, the wider the driving lanes become, making him nearly impossible to stop.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Bucks, guys.
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Especially at the start. You want to get something positive going and establish your rhythm.
Here are the 5 the Clippers have to start the second. We've got Luke Kennard. Patrick Patterson is out there with Marcus Morris. Then there's Jackson, and it's man in at the 2. Now, here's George. Milwaukee leading by 7. And the 22nd pick in 2015, Bobby Portis with a nice shooting touch.
And at the same time, not afraid to mix it up, maybe to a fault. At times we've seen him get caught in the heat of the moment. You've got to channel that competitive edge and stay strong mentally.
And George, here we go. Patterson can't get it to go. And we've played through the first minute here in the second. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Marcus Morris picks one up there.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Clippers trail by 11. Outside, George. Morris outside. Back to George. 6 to shoot. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Defense throws everything at George, but he persists and finds a shot.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Free throw shooting, not an area he has worried about at all. How about last year? 88% from the line.
Well, in the free agent race last year, for your money, Greg, who would you have rather taken? Kawhi and PG, Kevin Durant and Kyrie.
Oof. Well,
wow.
I tell you what, it's a tough call. You know, Kawhi's
that is.
got a couple finals MVPs. KD's got a couple. Kyrie's got a ring. It's a tough call. I mean, PG is more than capable, man. I think it's a toss-up, partner.
I agree. Yeah, I'm going to agree with you. Bucks leading by 9. Portis, the pass to Connaughton. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
Great look by Portis. For a young player, he really understands what they're trying to do.
George looking around. Picked his pocket. Here's the break. Goes up. The fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Great activity at both ends. Great teamwork as well. Terrific play. This is why you run your offense through him and live with the results.
Here is Forbes. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Connaughton kicks to Forbes. Back to Connaughton. Shot clock at 5. And a wide open look for Portis. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Now the pass to George. Jackson in the corner. Knocks it loose. And with that, the Bucks lead is cut down to just 8 points on the bucket from Paul George.
At 6'8", Paul George is a threat inside, looking very comfortable from in there.
Here is Forbes. Fades and shoots. It's hauled in by Paul George. And an intentional foul right there.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Rondo passes to Leonard. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played.
That's lit right there, courtesy of Kawhi's natural explosiveness.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game.
And guys, even though he's in a big market, Kawhi Leonard's still not one for the spotlight.
That is so true. It's not about the fame for him. He's in L.A., but Kawhi Leonard stays in his bubble. All the trappings that come with being a great player, he's truly focused on the love of the game, winning and being the best possible player he can be.
A different look for Milwaukee. Giannis, he's checked in for Portis. Antetokounmpo comes in for Pat Connaughton. And it's Drew Holiday in for Bryn Forbes. Now here is Holiday. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
What you like about Drew, these hard drives, a physical guard who sometimes invites contact.
The first one falls.
At the line for 2.
And he makes both free throws.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
Clippers trail by 8. Outside Rondo. Pass to Man. Kicks to Leonard. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
And not a great start for him in the first, but he's quickly starting to turn it around.
The Clippers have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
Rebound by the Clippers.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Oturu, the pass to Man, taken away by Holiday. And they're on the break. Lobs it up for Holiday. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
You know, we always talk about what a rare talent Giannis is, and it's true. Unrivaled athleticism and versatility.
And both free throws good for Giannis. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. 7-point differential. Takes a 3. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Now the Bucks moving it up. Holiday is running. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Holiday's got 4 points now in the quarter. Outside Leonard. Just 3 on the clock. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
A beast on the dribble drive. You see Kawhi right there, undeterred by contact.
And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks headed.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Chris Middleton. Chris, a big effort from you guys in the first half. How do you keep...
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. It's the NBA on 2K Sports, and let's talk. It's Milwaukee with the advantage at the half. They've got the 7-point lead. And that does it for our half.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. Paul George really making a difference here.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Lopez in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the group for Milwaukee right now.
And if Giannis is anywhere close to you, don't shoot. His length covers a ton of ground, and boy, is he fast. And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
George, that's a 2-pointer. Zubac kicks to George. That's good. He's 5 for 9.
So smart with the ball in his hands. George reads the floor well and takes advantage of what's there.
Holiday looking for an opening. Passes to Middleton. Now Giannis. He's covered by Leonard. Giannis dishes to Lopez. Just 4 to shoot. Milwaukee needs to get off a shot here. The shot by Holiday, no good.
It's amazing. All night he's been out of sync on the offensive end, yet they continue to lead.
Bucks leading by 7. Here's DiVincenzo, and that one is hammered home.
And I tell you, Antetokounmpo's evolved into one of the better passing forwards in our league. And when the defense is focused on you that much, you need to be able to find the open man.
Now, here is George. 14 points for him. That's his 6th field goal today, and that makes him now 6 for 11.
Excellent concentration from Paul George, overwhelming the aggressive defense with his strength and determination.
Holiday against George. Holiday gets the bucket. Holiday's got 4 points this quarter.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
And that takes skill and the ability to make adjustments as you're going up.
Now, here's George. He's got 16. George missing again.
He started off solid, had 2 threes at halftime, but blank from deep since.
The shot by Middleton, wide open. Offline with his 3. And stolen by DiVincenzo. On the wing, Giannis. Inside. Tries from the block, and there's Lopez. That's good on the assist by Giannis. And now an 11-point Bucks lead.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
George finds Zubats. And George, here we go.
And with those long strides, it takes Paul George no time to get to the rim.
Leonard against Giannis. Middleton outside. There's 1:40 left in the third. Clippers trail by 9, and so they foul intentionally. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Bobby Portis is checked in for Lopez. P.J. Tucker comes in for Antetokounmpo. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Drew Holiday. Patterson, he's checked in for the Clippers. Luke Kennard comes in for Kawhi Leonard. A nice shot by Tucker.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
An uncontested shot at the rim. You have to compete at all times.
Here's Patterson following the bucket by the Bucks. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. For Los Angeles, they have gone 3 for 3 at the line tonight. And he makes the first. He's perfect from the line this time.
And among NBA bigs, he is known for his ability to deliver at the free throw line.
It's stolen by Rondo. Here's Mann, defended by Middleton. Rebounded by the Bucks. Middleton's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Forbes. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton. And the Bucks lead by 11.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Pass to Mann, and here is Zubats. Shoots over Portis. It's rebounded by Portis. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Tucker the pass to Forbes. And he's good on the 3-ball. Forbes has got the lead up to 14 now for the Bucks.
This is his bread and butter. Hard to find a young player better than Forbes at shooting off the catch.
Here's Rondo. Yep, that one goes in there.
So good at the rim. A slow defensive rotation leads to the easy lay.
To the left side wing. To the inside.
This is what they want to see. Portis finishing strong inside, making his presence felt.
Kennard for 3. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks with a 14-point. And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Clippers trail by 14. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the 4th. Rajon Rondo is out there with Paul George. Then it's Luke Kennard. Then there's Patrick Patterson. And it's Oturu in at the power forward. Now here's George. He's off on that one. Great D that time from Portis.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
So far, George's competitive play has worked well. He's getting just about everything to fall.
Here's Holiday. The pass to Tucker. Back to Holiday. Takes the three. The rebound by Patterson. Patterson's got 4 rebounds in this game. From deep, George. That one, no good. And Milwaukee the other way now. Portis finds Tucker. The Bucks working the ball around. Holiday with it. 6 on the shot clock. Portis in the post. He's covered by Rondo.
Explosive leaping ability allows him to play the 5, even though he's a little undersized.
Outside, George. A 3 ball. That doesn't go either for George.
And maybe, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him to ease up off the threes.
Drains it from beyond the arc.
Watch out. Now that he's got his first 3 of the half, there might be more in store.
Holiday against George. Pass to Nora. There's the triple. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. And now they decide to foul intentionally. Antetokounmpo's checked in for P.J. Tucker. And then for Los Angeles, Ivica Zubac has checked in for Patrick Patterson. And it's Kawhi Leonard in for Kennard. Milwaukee leading by 11. And Connaughton has it in the corner. Back to Antetokounmpo. Lets it fly. Shoots over Leonard. Draws contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. On the wing, George. Outside, Leonard passes it to Rondo. Outside, George. Jacks up a 3. Los Angeles with another miss.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Giannis outside. Out to the wing from downtown. No good from Connaughton. And here's George. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. They've only given up 5 points here in the fourth quarter.
So explosive with the dunk. Kawhi Leonard gets up quick to slam it down.
Bucks leading by 12. And here's Holiday. Pass to Connaughton. And the Bucks miss again. Look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Here's Leonard. And he gets the whistle. And so the coach's challenge here comes into play. The coach protesting the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Now here's Giannis. And the layup's good off the glass. And the Bucks lead by 12.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Reason why they've tightened up the vice grip a little more each time up the floor. We'll see if they can close this one out.
Here's Zubac. Jackson, that's a 2-pointer. Leonard finds George. Los Angeles with another miss.
I like the aggressiveness. What I don't like is the lack of efficiency.
Giannis passes to Holiday. Loads it up for Giannis. The pass to Connaughton. Stolen by Jackson. Oh, and here we go. Jackson, nobody back. And here's George for 3. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time.
You need guys who can stretch the floor or the offense doesn't flow. Paul George is one of the best at it.
Antetokounmpo kicks to Holiday. There's 18 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the plays.
Especially during this last run, which ultimately put the game away.
Jackson misses. And so it's the Bucks taking care of business in this one. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first...
David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. And coming to you today from... And nothing tips off a...
Well, the ceremony...
Thank you, D.A. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. We've got Kawhi Leonard. Paul George is out there with Reggie Jackson. Then there's Batum. And it's Zubats in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for Portland, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Powell in at the small forward.
It's not easy to keep him from converting those. I mean, the D has to be airtight.
Some of the best in the game go at it here tonight, Chris. What an incredible guard matchup we have here in this one.
Oh, Kevin, there are some all-time greats playing at the guard spots these days. It will be a fun matchup to watch.
Here's McCollum. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot.
Realizing when the defenders have overcommitted, like how Nurkic looks to hit the open man.
Lillard against Jackson. Here's Zubats, and it's rebounded by Covington. And so Lillard will bring it up for the Trailblazers. Baseline J on the way. Batum grabs the miss. George against McCollum. Nurkic with the block.
Oh, this is the impact Nurkic makes on the defensive end. Effective at reaching out and stifling shooters.
And the 3 ball is good.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Lillard against Jackson. Here is Lillard. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Nurkic from outside the arc. And it's Lillard missing.
They're struggling here early. 1 for 5 now. The D has them bottled up so far.
The shot by George, wide open. That doesn't go either for George.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Launches it. Portland grabs the miss.
It's been a really tough quarter for him. I mean, he cannot get his shots to drop.
Got a hand on it.
And Batum has arms that go on forever and ever.
Oh, that was an impressive throwdown.
And throw it down, Kawhi. That was nasty. Love watching him go hard and attacking with power.
Now, here's Lillard. Ring shot on the way. They get it back. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Leonard looking around. Shoots over Powell. Zubats, great positioning on the putback.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Jackson against Lillard. McCollum kicks to Lillard. Over Jackson, Lillard finds Nurkic, and so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. The Trailblazers shooting their first free throw of the evening.
And as a team, excellent a season ago, about 80% when they got to the line.
And so he hits the technical free throw. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Ennis Cantor's checked in for Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. Jones checked in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for C.J. McCollum.
That's how to make things look easy for a teammate. I mean, you make passes like that one from Lillard, crazy.
Outside Rondo. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Here's Mann. Passes it to Patterson for 3. Mann can't hit.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
George is checked in for the Clippers. Lillard from outside. Trailblazers keep it alive. Out to Anthony. Back to Jones. Second shot opportunity. And no good. So the Clippers will take it the other way. The 3 from George. Morris passes to Rondo. Outside for George. Off target from three-point range.
Well, it isn't for a lack of effort when it comes to getting up the three-pointers, but not much to show for it. He's going to lose the green light here very early in this game if this keeps up.
Now here is George. Following the shot by Patrick Patterson. Trains the three-pointer.
And I love the floor spacing George gives you. His range seems to extend a little every year.
There's the lob to Lillard. It's tipped. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That's his first foul. Clippers leading by 3. Pass to Patterson. Outside, George. For the 3. Offensive rebound. And Patterson kicks to Kennard. Pass to Morris. It's stolen by Anthony.
Oh, look, he was laying in wait for that pass. I mean, lured him into his trap.
Just great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and then trigger the fast break.
George from deep three-point land. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Clippers lead by 1. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Clippers, guys. What are your thoughts?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
Yeah, they're clawing, they're grinding, they're doing anything they could to make the most of their possessions.
So for the Clippers right now, they've got Rajon Rondo. Paul George is out there with Morris. Then there's Patrick Patterson, and it's Kennard in at the 2. Jones, no one around him. And no good, had a chance to take the lead there. Here's George. Excellent D that time from Jones.
He's lucky his teammates have picked up the slack for him. I mean, his shooting has been horrific.
Shots good by Anthony.
Now, this is the kind of ball movement they want to get from Cantor. Scan the floor, and when you spot the open man, get it to him.
And McCollum on the floor, all business. Off the court, he's a very outspoken player, very colorful guy. And Greg, you were saying you see a future in media for him when he stops playing.
No doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, McCollum spoke up quickly about the seriousness of the virus when they were playing. He's very knowledgeable and shares what's on his mind. A media position after he's done playing is a very real possibility if he chooses to.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Yusuf Nurkic. He's checked in for Enes Kanter. Robert Covington comes in for Jones. And Norman Powell subbed in for Anthony Simons.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Anthony against George. Three-pointer. And it's Portland with the rebound.
He had 2 3-pointers in the opening quarter, and hasn't been able to connect yet here in the second.
3 straight baskets in transition now. They'll want to end that trend in a hurry.
Kennard with the ball. Now defended by McCollum. George against Anthony. Lets it go with a 3. The shot, no good. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way. And the shot goes in. Anthony's got the lead up to 2 now for Portland.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively. George
passes to Patterson, and it's in there. Patterson's got his first bucket of the night.
And the feed from George couldn't be better. The timing, the placement, everything about that dish was pinpoint.
And the basket by McCollum.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Outside Jackson. The 3 from George. Sinks the three-pointer. George has got 12 points in the game. Hey, Greg, if you could coach one team right now, who would it be?
That's a tough one. Clippers, Lakers, Bucks. You know what? I would probably go Lakers or Bucks because you would have an opportunity to coach someone who arguably might be considered the best to ever play the game. Because I think Giannis is trending in that direction, and LeBron obviously already is.
How about a guy like Kemba Walker and coaching the Celtics, having him to do what you want to do on the floor?
He'd be brilliant, and
yeah.
Kemba, one of the most underrated leaders in our game. Great human being.
And Portland making a change here. Lillard's checked in. Zubac is checked in for the Clippers. Kawhi Leonard comes in for George. And Robert Covington picks up the foul. That's his first foul. The Clippers have gone just 33% from the field in what's been a cold second quarter for them. Just 3 of 9. And he lobs it up toward the rim, and the dunk by Zubac.
Oh, and when there's an open man, Jackson finds him, making it look very easy.
And there's the pass to Nurkic. From the wing, Portland with a new 14. And Covington stays with it.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Outside Leonard. There's the lob to Jackson. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. A different look now for Portland. Kanter checked in for Nurkic. Derek Jones comes in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for C.J. McCollum. 1:19 left in the first half. Leonard against Jones. Shot clock at 6. Leonard the pass to Batum. Over Lillard. And again, it's the Clippers missing. Portland trailing here. Jones drives in, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Really, the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
2 shots. Good on the second free throw. There's 57 seconds left now here in the second. Jones against Leonard. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Clippers lead by 2.
And since the first quarter, we've seen them ease off on that long-range affair. And frankly, that's probably a good idea.
Lillard dishes to Kanter. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got 3 assists in the game.
Yeah, plenty of power behind Cantor's inside moves. Helps him overcome whatever D he encounters.
Drills the three-pointer.
And they're very lucky to have the lead after that terrible shooting in the first quarter. But they've rounded into form here in the second and have brought that field goal percentage up.
And he uses both hands to jam it in.
Good to see a player going all out when the game's this tight.
You know, GA, he knows what his job is. Patrol the offensive glass.
Second chance opportunity so big in this instance. They have to feel fortunate that they could extend that flow.
And the officials call a traveling violation. From deep. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway. Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and the Jet, Kenny Smith. Let's get to it. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. They ended the period holding on to a slim. And that's
and in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. The Clippers in the lead. Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. On the court for the Trailblazers. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Powell. And it's Nurkic in at the center, locking down the middle.
Such a smart offensive player. When McCollum sees these shots open up, he doesn't think twice about firing.
That's tipped. Powell with the steal. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it. The fast break chance. Lillard against Jackson. It's Powell on the wing. Misses the three. And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up for the Clippers. It's a one-point game. Greg, who would you choose as the best defenders of the NBA pick and roll?
Oof. That is a tough one. This will surprise some people. Nikola Jokic is one of the better big men defending the pick and roll, in part because of his instincts. You know, he doesn't impress me in terms of his physical attributes, but his mind, the ability to anticipate, having a sense of how perimeter players play the game. He's a guy that's terrific. I'll give you an oldie but goodie in Andre Iguodala. He's still terrific. And I pick bigger guys because you've got to be able to switch that and guard smaller players. And, you know, at the center and the swing position, those are two guys that still are very reliable.
Zubac finds George. Just 5 on the clock. From beyond the arc and then some. George has got 15. And not even 3/4 out of the way. So many lead changes.
The fans, guys, are getting their money's worth. Heck, I should have paid to watch this one. It's been a nail biter.
Nurkic can't hit. For Los Angeles, they've gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. In the corner, George with it. Launches a 3. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Nurkic has got 6 rebounds now in the game.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
It's hauled in by Zubac. LA has gone 1 of 4 in 3-point shots here in the third. The 3 from George. That doesn't go either for George.
Only 1 for 5 to start the half. I mean, whatever adjustments they made at halftime weren't the right ones.
And you could see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. And George, here we go. And he drops in the layup off the glass. 17 points in the game.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Oh, you know what it is, one play at a time. That's got to be the mindset, especially in such a tight game.
The shot by Powell, no good.
Well, it's just a lucky break for the D. Yeah, keep giving him that shot. Bad things will happen.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Kevin, good evening. Well, last season the Blazers were beset by injuries and they fell short of their goals. Their star Damian Lillard said, "Once we're in a better position, I want people to remember how I responded when things didn't go my way, so that they know my character is true." Kevin, we know that Dame grew up in Oakland, a place where overcoming adversity was ingrained. Back to you.
Thank you, D.A. Catching up on the changes for Portland. Enes Kanter's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. Jones checked in for C.J. McCollum. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. And there's the whistle, 3-second violation. Reggie Jackson's checked in for Rajon Rondo. Trailblazers trail by 4. Simons surveying the D. Passes it to Kanter. He kicks it to Powell. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
He's gone off the rails this quarter, and it's a bad time to do it. I mean, when they're needing to fight from behind.
It's good.
Oh, that's a well-deserved assist. Not every player has the vision to make that feed.
In the corner, Powell with it. Here's Jones. And that one's drained from the low block. Jones has got 5.
Since he's wide open, he's got time to add a little style with the fadeaway.
Stolen away. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. And here's Anthony for 3. Morris with the rebound. Los Angeles leading by 4. Knocked loose. And now Anthony pushing it up. No one back to stop him. Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
Oh, exactly right. Momentum-shifting plays like that can change the tone of a game.
Jackson passes to Patterson. Clock at 6. High post try. Mann gets the bucket. Mann's got his first points in this one. Here's Simons. Pass to Powell. From deep three-point range, sinks the triple.
You can learn a lot by watching him operating their offense.
Here's Batum. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Clippers lead by 1. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the 4th quarter. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Well, I like that he didn't make his decision too early. You know, he let the play develop. That's how you do it. Finds the weakness in that defense.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the 4th. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the 4th. Batum is out there with Morris. Then there's Patrick Patterson. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's Mann in at the 2 guard. Outside Jackson. Here's the floater. And it's Portland with the rebound. Kanter's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Powell, the pass to Kanter. Kicks it out to Jones. It's stolen by Morris. And here we go with Morris running it up the court.
Well, you know Batum is never afraid to fire. He has a ton of confidence in his shot.
Trailblazers trail by 3. A little over a minute of the 4th quarter gone right now. Kanter against Patterson. And another turnover here by Portland. McCollum's checked in for the Trailblazers. Damian Lillard comes in for Anthony Simons. Clippers leading by 3. Outside, George. And Kanter pulls it down. Kanter's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Lillard the pass to Kanter. Some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Leonard with the ball. Jones covering. Leonard dishes to Patterson. George looking over the floor. And again, no good by the Clippers.
With all these three-pointers he's missed in the first half, he's become a weight around the neck. Somebody tell this guy to be more unselfish.
And George with the stuff.
Yeah, you see the athleticism George had on that dunk. It's so quick and explosive. Gets to the rim in an instant.
Lillard, the pass to Jones. Releases. Shot is good, and the Los Angeles leads. Cut down now to just 3 on the basket from Damian Lillard.
And that's right in his wheelhouse. Looking to make an impact when it counts.
This is why they go to him in these spots. They trust his judgment and ability to score down the stretch.
Here's George. Count that one. George has got 4 this quarter.
And guys, George takes pride in hitting big shots. Just get him the ball and let him do his thing.
Lillard misses.
I didn't see that miss coming. He's usually been money from that range.
And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Nurkic checked in for Cantor. Robert Covington comes in for Anthony. And Norman Powell subbed in for Jones. Zubac is checked in for Los Angeles. Marcus Morris is checked in for the Clippers. Back to Lillard. It's McCollum on the wing. Lillard outside. From deep. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's George. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Robert Covington picks one up.
And guys, George puts pressure on an opponent at both ends of the court. Lockdown D at one, aggressive to get his own at the other.
Those free throws helping them to make the lead even safer.
Lillard attacking. He dishes it to Covington. And a wide open look for McCollum. Bangs home the trifecta.
Gotta like how calm McCollum is. Even in big parts of the game, you can depend on him to step his game.
Outside, George fires from deep. Buries the long-range jumper. George has got the lead back up to 7 now for Los Angeles.
Crushing blow to the host right there. They were in this game for what felt like only a second before instantly giving that three-pointer up. And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Oh, Leonard in position. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Gonna tally up another helper for Rondo. He just keeps climbing that all-time assist list. Incredible career that keeps going.
Lillard fires away from way outside. McCollum against George. Kicks it out to Lillard. Off target from outside.
His effort level is there. You can't blame him on that. He's working to get good shots. It's just not connected.
And here's George for 3. Kept alive. Zubac the pass to Morris. Out of bounds. Portland takes possession. And it's the Trailblazers with the ball. They trail by 9 points. Throws it up high to stuff the alley-oop.
And he pulls off the Houdini to make that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop. Morris outside. From deep, George. It's good from long range. George has got the lead up to 10 now for the Clippers.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Showing remarkable poise and focus throughout the game. A sustained effort across the board.
The tenacity on the interior, just battling, bringing that effort and will for second chance points.
George with the ball. So the Clippers with the win. A solid win. All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony.
Nice effort taking the early lead. Here we go.
Take a nice deep breath. You score on that first possession. Gets the game started the right way.
Now here is Holiday. In the backcourt matchup tonight, Brent, definitely high-powered at the point guard position in particular. Much more scoring expected than in decades past.
I think guys have the green light, Kevin, to fire away at the first available opportunity. The offense isn't taught the same way with orchestrators at the point guard position. Now guys are looking to be overly aggressive with their scoring prowess and to try to make plays sometimes feels secondary.
That's a show of strength from Holiday. Certainly looks like he got hit as well, but he possesses the focus necessary to sink the shot.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
Now, here's Lillard, and the pass to Giles. From the arc, Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the miss, and there's a whistle. That goes on Harry Giles. That's his first foul. For Milwaukee, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game.
And you go back, Giannis Antetokounmpo, the 15th pick in that 2013 draft. Hindsight, obviously 2020, but I think it's safe to say he should have been drafted a little bit higher.
Yeah, you have so many of those blogs out there that go back and want to redraft classes. Giannis Antetokounmpo back in 2013, I'm pretty sure at this point would be taken number 1. Giannis, if you talk about maturity, the next thing you're going to see is him playing with great patience. Let the play unfold and then take what the defense gives you.
Now here's Anthony out left of the wing. Puts it up from 12. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
Well, he's a guy they count on to produce from the mid-range. He doesn't miss too many open looks from there.
Pass to McCollum. Taken away by Holiday. Oh, and here we go. Antetokounmpo. Nobody back. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a 3-point play. That one's on Anthony.
And Giannis adding muscle to his frame for these types of situations. He'll keep getting bigger and stronger, but willing to take the hit.
P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Lopez. The Trailblazers also changing it up. Cantor, he's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Norman Powell comes in for Harry Giles. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. Now, here's Cantor. McCollum against DiVincenzo. 5 to shoot. They need this. Here's Cantor. And here's McCollum for 3. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. And Enes Kanter picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. A different look for Milwaukee. Portis, he's checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Pat Connaughton comes in for Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Drew Holiday. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Derek Jones, he's checked in for C.J. McCollum. Kicks it down to Middleton. Lets the 3 fly. Doesn't go that time. And it's Portland the other way. And here we go. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Surprise in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
The Bucks making a switch here. Antetokounmpo's checked in, and Portland with a change here too. Covington's checked in. He hits both from the stripe.
Well, a great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
Now here's Tucker. Stolen by Cantor. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. Portis in the post. He's covered by Cantor. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Simons, the pass to Powell. Here's Simons. It's Covington on the wing. Shot clock at 6. There's the dish to Anthony. Hits it from about 6 feet away.
Melo did a good job right there of reading where he could get to off of the screen. So a good hard roll on that play.
Here is Forbes. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. And the turnover again by Milwaukee. Portland trailing here. 43 seconds left to play here in the first. Here's Powell. Here's Simons, defended by Portis. To the wing on the left. Lobs it up for Anthony. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. The Bucks have gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. Here is Forbes. Excellent D from Cantor. To the paint. Now, here's Tucker. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Bucks lead by 1. Greg, we know many guys in the NBA have range, but Damian Lillard...
When I'm training in the summer.
The team seems to support, Greg, that philosophy 100%.
The game has changed. Some guys would rather take a few steps back to get a cleaner look. Lillard being one of them.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. When you consider how the Bucks are doing, what do you guys think?
Throughout that first, they just were aggressive on the defensive end, showing active hands.
Well, they really made a lot of good quality reads down there. Took some chances, but feeling more calculated than risky.
We've got Holiday. Brook Lopez is out there with P.J. Tucker. And it's Forbes in at the 2 spot. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Powell kicks to Cantor. Milwaukee with the rebound.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
And it's Jones with the ball for Portland. Here's Giles. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
And it seemed like they couldn't get anything to fall in that opening quarter, but you can just feel the momentum starting to shift.
Outside Holiday. Here is Forbes, guarded by Powell. And Tucker kicks to Connaughton. Excellent D that time from Jones.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
And it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession. Well, it seems like every year, Greg, we see some incredible new players come to the NBA, and they are welcome with open arms. Their style of play is so terrific.
No doubt about it. You know, guys like John Moran, I think he's got a chance to be one of the greats. And any list about the future of the NBA has to include Luka Doncic. I don't know if there's a better basketball talent than that young man. And, you know, let's not forget about Devin Booker out in Phoenix as well. A terrific, terrific player.
3 terrific kids. You're right. Lillard with it. Back to McCollum from deep 3-point range. Rebound Giannis Antetokounmpo. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Yeah, Holiday focused there and a good job of scoring despite getting whacked.
And as much as Holiday brings to your offense, it's his defense that's repeatedly recognized.
Well, when you make all NBA defensive teams and you're smart and strong and quick like Drew Holiday is, I think not only does the reputation start to build, but your confidence in disrupting somebody else by playing that way is something you rely on.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And Portland making a change here. Anthony's checked in. Holiday, no one around him. Up again. And the rebound by Nurkic. The Trailblazers have gone only 2 of 7 from the field since the second quarter got underway. And Jones with the stuff.
Well, if you go to Lehigh, of course, you're going to make smart plays. McCollum good at sensing when his man was going to be wide open.
Giannis outside. Trying to get open is Lopez. For Portland, they've gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Here's Anthony. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. And the Trailblazers lead by 2. Milwaukee's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Holiday against Lillard. Holiday attacking. Lopez right side. And Lillard is going to pick up a foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And that's foul number 2. Maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another beforehand.
Bobby Portis is checked in for Milwaukee. Simons, he's checked in for the Trailblazers.
He's a hard guy to guard everywhere on the floor, but more than anywhere else, Giannis can get you in the paint. That's where he lives.
Here's Simons. McCollum trying to get open, and it's Simons missing. And for Milwaukee, their shooting struggles apparent. 37% from the field. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, GA. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Norman Powell's checked in for Jones.
And last season, Giannis Antetokounmpo welcoming his first child into the world.
And maybe now an MVP at home as a most valuable papa. The mother of his son
was a volleyball player in her day. So you got to think, as this kid grows up, maybe the recruits are sending letters already.
And Holiday, here we go. Nurkic with the block.
At 7 feet tall, Nurkic, not easy to get around. That time throws that one away.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Bucks trail by 3. Outside Holiday. DiVincenzo gets the bucket.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Nurkic. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And it's Simons missing.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
Yeah, you can see when it's that close, players reacting. Just, oh, man, we just missed that one. Maybe they'll get another chance at it.
Well, they're trying to take command of this game, but it's been competitive so far.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it.
Yeah, that's a tough one. An experienced player in the pro game shouldn't be making that pass.
One second left. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to... And no doubt that C.J. McCollum's a great player all the time. But Shaq... And...
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You look at Antetokounmpo, and this game has been everywhere.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
Here's who Terry Stotts is starting the second half with. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Anthony out there with Giles, and it's Nurkic in at the 5 spot. Lillard, bounce pass. Nurkic, the pass to McCollum. Here's Lillard. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Antetokounmpo's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's DiVincenzo. It's good, the assist that time from Holiday.
How about Drew Holiday? Unselfish, team-first player. Love that from the guard position.
Lillard against Holiday. Here's McCollum. Nobody near Nurkic. And the rebound goes to Lopez.
The defense better tighten up on the mid-range there. Much, much tighter. You expect him to make every single one of those.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Antetokounmpo. The Bucks shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. Greg, I think of you in a New York Knicks uniform, legendary arena you played in. What was that experience like?
Kevin, intense. I remember the first time I suited up in a preseason game. We played the Dallas Mavericks. Both teams went up and down the court 3 times and nobody scored, and the fans started booing. And that's when I knew this is a little bit different. You better bring your A game.
And thicker skin, correct?
That too, yeah. And fortunately, there was no social media or internet back then. Goodness gracious.
Timeout called, the Bucks. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Jones checked in for the Trailblazers. Milwaukee leading by 3. Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. Nurkic with the double team. Takes the 3. Buries it from 3-point range.
3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half.
Now Lillard from about 16, and it's good off the back of the rim and in.
Very few players, if any, score more points than Lillard as a pick-and-roll ball handler.
Covered by Lillard. Up and in on the layup. He's got 5.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter.
And that's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively.
And it's Antetokounmpo with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. Pass to Connaughton. Down low. Antetokounmpo with the bucket. Antetokounmpo's got the lead up to 8 now for Milwaukee.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Here's Lillard. Buries it from about 10 feet away. Lillard's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Well, he can create his own shot. He can spot up off the ball. Lillard can torch your defense any which way.
There's the pass to Lopez. Kicks to Antetokounmpo. The Bucks working the ball around. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Connaughton. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. And Lopez throws it down.
Lopez at that size has no trouble throwing it down.
Lillard outside. Outside, Jones. And here's Nurkic. Stolen by Tucker. 1:03 left in the third quarter of the game. And stolen by Lillard. One-on-one fast break. Here's Jones. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. McCollum kicks to Nurkic. The second chance effort. And with that, the Bucks lead is cut down to 6 and the bucket from Damian Lillard.
Could come down to selection. Bad shots in the first half. Here in the second, using his head, finding some more efficient opportunities to score.
It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. Lopez outside. His 3-pointers off the mark. And it's Brook Lopez with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Both teams deciding to change it up. Trailblazers trail by 6. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Simons, the pass to Powell. Now here's Jones. Pass to Giles. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Antetokounmpo. Seven seconds left in the third quarter. Anthony's shot is off. 3 seconds left. No good there. And we've reached the end of the third. Bucks ahead. They lead by 6. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter form.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Then there's Bobby Portis. Then there's Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Forbes in at the point. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Free throw good, Giles. Drew Holiday's checked in for Bryn Forbes. And he makes both free throws. Here's Holiday. Giannis outside. On the wing, DiVincenzo. Shoots over Powell. And Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Giles. Covered by Giannis. Giles. Got a piece of it. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And here are the Trailblazers now. 6 on the shot clock. Cantor kicks to Powell. Fires the jumper from the corner and nails it.
Like the execution there from Cantor. Usually likes to score, this time with the pass.
Outside Holiday. Passes it to Middleton. Now DiVincenzo. No good from outside.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Chris Middleton. That's his first foul. Portland trailing here. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. Simons the pass to Cantor. Oh!
Yeah. Cutting into that deficit now, well within striking distance.
Yeah, just much sharper out there. You can see guys getting in tune. It's not about playing harder. Sometimes it's just about playing smarter.
Holiday dishes to Middleton. And it's off from three-point range. They've got the opportunity to get the lead back.
And they've been waiting for this chance all game long.
Here's Portis. And Portis throws it down.
Good quick hands from Antetokounmpo there, reacting well on defense and swiping that one away.
Here's Simons. Out to Anthony. That shot missing. So Milwaukee will take it the other way. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, GA. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Milwaukee making a switch here. Lopez is checked in. Portland also making some changes. McCollum's checked in for Powell. And Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. And stolen by DiVincenzo. And here's the fast break. Here's Antetokounmpo. That ball is good for another field goal. His 6th. He is 6 for 9 on the stat sheet.
Now, so exciting to see the growth of the Greek Freak. There are shots that stars sink, and that's a momentum changer right there.
Lillard, the pass to John.
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space. Right side, Antetokounmpo. And the dunk by Giannis.
This guy upping his scoring average every year. Tonight's effort's only going to increase the chances of Giannis to do that again maybe this season.
Three-pointer, Lillard. Rebound, Milwaukee. Lopez has got his 4th rebound in this one. Giannis, that's a 2-pointer. And stolen by Lillard. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Trailblazers trail by 4. 1:09 left here in the fourth quarter. Lopez with the steal.
Yeah, you don't see those over and back calls too often because they're just so easy to avoid.
So you want to get your coach fired up? Do something like that right there. That kind of loss of concentration will drive your coach crazy.
And Lillard kicks to Cantor. McCollum right side. Back to Cantor. It drops. And now they trail by just 4.
Well, he's made some big shots dating back to his playing days in Europe. Cantor coming through here in the clutch.
Lillard against Howard. 32 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And there's a whistle. That goes on Harry Giles. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. 29 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. DiVincenzo against McCollum. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Antetokounmpo, and Antetokounmpo slams it in.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand.
Lillard from deep three-point land misses the deep three-point attempt.
And he missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. That'll The beaches of Santa Monica. And they've got a few injuries on their bench. Less options, but you'd think not too big of an impact for them.
2 injuries, one of their stars out, but it's all about how you respond to the adversity.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Lopez in at the 5, home in the paint. And for Los Angeles, they've got Ivica Zubac. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Batum. And there's Jackson, and it's George in at the 2 spot.
Well, make no mistake, Paul George is a physical guy. He will not shy away from contact on these moves.
And both free throws good for Paul George. And Paul George, Doris, kind of a late bloomer coming up in high school. His older sister used to give him the business on the blacktop. Of course, eventually, he found his stride, and the rest is history.
It took some encouraging from older sis and his high school coach, who actually had to threaten him with running suicides to get the guy to shoot more. And think about it. This guy plays his college basketball at mid-major Fresno State. That's really where he got onto the NBA radar.
It's just hard to match up with Antetokounmpo's speed, especially in the open floor.
Too open that time, made it look too easy.
Well, you love the activity out there. What a play. This guy is busy on the offensive end.
Here's Holiday. Paul George making his last shot. Here's Giannis. Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
What a play.
In the long strides of Antetokounmpo, once he gets downhill, there's almost no stopping him.
Now, here is George. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it? Antetokounmpo inside. Leonard's there. And again, it's Giannis Antetokounmpo. Giannis has got 6.
And I really marvel at the touch of Antetokounmpo for his size and physique. That's incredible.
George missing again.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And Giannis throws it down.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
And George gets it to go.
Oh, my goodness. Paul George under duress of exceptional defense. No problem.
Outside Holiday. DiVincenzo finds Lopez. Shoots over Zubats. And a great move from Lopez as he gets it to go.
Boy, love watching Brook Lopez go to work. Superb at playing to his strengths down on the box.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. DiVincenzo with the rebound. Giannis outside. Greg, you and I talk about the big man, his role in the current NBA, and how they can possibly carry the standard for the great centers before them. You played with the great one in Patrick Ewing, so you have a great appreciation, I would think, for.
Oh, no doubt about it. And I think two guys kind of separated themselves a little bit. Nikola Jokic and Joel Embiid, I think, are the two guys that stand out for me because of their ability, in essence, to do everything well. They can shoot it, they pass it, they can shoot it from the free throw line, they give you rim protection. I throw Rudy Gobert up there as an elite center as well. Doesn't have the offensive impact that those guys have, but he does impact the game as well.
3 young, dynamic centers. Those are good names. George against Holiday. And George, here we go. That one, no good. And Milwaukee will come the other way.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter. And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Now, here's George. He's got 6. There's a minute left in the first quarter. And again, no good by the Clippers.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Holiday, the pass to Middleton. Over Jackson. That one off the back iron and out. Clippers trail by 6. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
The Bucks have gotten 7 of their first 10 attempts to fall so far. Excellent pace to their offense. Bucks passing it around. Here's Antetokounmpo. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Now, here's George. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo.
And a lot of attention on Antetokounmpo's offense, but don't sleep on the D. He can defend every part of the court and does it with intensity.
George way outside. It's good on the putback.
Well, hard blue-collar work ethic on display. This guy just beating everyone to the ball.
And that does it for the first quarter. Bucks ahead, up 8. We'll be back. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And look what we've seen from Milwaukee. What do you think, guys?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
I think across the board, a number of guys have done a great job guarding multiple positions.
They've got Kennard. Patrick Patterson is out there with Marcus Morris. And it's Rajon Rondo. And it's man in at the shooting guard. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Morris, left side. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
I'll tell you, you have to take pride in finishing through contact. You get the sense Marcus Morris relishes that chance.
Outside, Antetokounmpo. Pass to Portis. And Portis throws it down.
Well, what he lacks in size for a typical center, he makes up for with all that athleticism. Boy, can he elevate.
Rondo scanning the floor. And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. Here's Connaughton. Good. And it's Giannis picking up the assist.
And I tell you, Antetokounmpo's evolved into one of the better passing forwards in our league. And when the defense is focused on you that much, you need to be able to find the open man.
Bucks leading by 8. Ball's knocked loose. Portis against Kennard. Morris outside, and he slams it one-handed.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
Here's Forbes. Shoots. There's Portis. The rebound by Patterson.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. The solo alley-oop? That's not something we see too often.
Timed perfectly. Caught the defense totally off guard. Here is Forbes. He's covered by Rondo. Now Tucker. Over Morris. That misses off the backboard. And there's the foul. It will go on P.J. Tucker. That's his first foul. Antetokounmpo's checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. 4-point game. Back to George. This one for 3. Sinks the triple. George has got his third bucket of the night.
Well, the three-point shooting of Paul George is an important attribute. Because he can put it on the deck, he's got to balance it with that kind of look right there.
Connaughton passes. Oh, the power on that throwdown.
Wow. Oh, he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. Outside, George. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
Well, after hitting 0 from distance in the first, that's his second make this quarter.
Forbes the pass to Portis. Rondo with the steal. Here's Coffey. Antetokounmpo defending. In the corner, George with it. And they call an illegal screen here.
When a pick like that is questionable, it creates that much of an advantage for the offense. You have to blow the whistle.
I don't think there's any question. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Zubac is checked in for Patterson. Batum comes in for Marcus Morris. And it's Jackson in for Rajon Rondo. And the whistle blows. It'll be on Pat Connaughton. That is his first foul of the game. George looking around. Zubac finds George. A miss that time would have put him up. Bucks have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. And the basket is good. Portis has got 6 here in this quarter.
Well, a tough first quarter for this guy. You like to see the shot go in. Nicely done.
Outside, George. There's the triple. The rebound by the Bucks.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Here's Antetokounmpo. And there are the Bucks with another bucket.
You know, it seemed to me they were shying away from a foul there. The D still has to be a little bit more physical than that. He's got to feel you.
Outside, George for 3. George missing again.
Listen, that's a look he can hit, but right now he can't throw it in the ocean.
Here's Connaughton. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Yeah, good job to take it right at
It's his first trip to the line.
A 78% foul shooter a season ago. Pretty steady when he's at the line.
Outside, George launches it, and the 3 ball is good. George has got 15.
You can see there's complete trust in Paul George in pick and rolls. Fantastic at taking advantage of the defense and the
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It is a good game we have here after one half of play. Everybody, welcome back. A tremendous game we're seeing from Giannis Antetokounmpo. He had 14 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 block. He's been a different player. And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the...
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Without question, George displaying his skills today.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
What I love is they've continued to feed this guy, ride the hot hand until the defense does something about it.
And on the floor for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday, and it's Middleton in at the 3 slot. Leonard looking over the floor. Passes it to Oturu. Back to Leonard. 6 to shoot. The Clippers keep it alive. Coffee passes to Leonard. Pass to Coffee. DiVincenzo against Leonard, and another shot. And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't get the lid off. Your son, Cole Gregg, was one of the top high school players in America. A lot of services had him number 1. Talk about what it was like going through the recruiting process as a dad.
You know, it was fun for the most part because he really kind of kept everything in perspective. And the teams we dealt with, the schools we dealt with, man, they were all top-notch. So that process, about as enjoyable as one could ask for. But at the same time, it's still stressful, man. That's still your little guy getting ready to head off to college.
Well, you're a dad and a proud one at that.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
And really, this is the time to push it. Try to extend that lead.
You know, they can make things much easier on themselves in the fourth if they just have a few more possessions like that.
And Middleton kicks to Lopez. Here's Antetokounmpo, and the dunk by Giannis.
You know this, if you're open, you can count on Brook Lopez to find you. He uses his height to spot open teammates.
And G.A. Chris Middleton over his career, much improved on the defensive end.
A true two-way player. I tell you, that 6'11" wingspan helps. Able to use that length to bother shots and disrupt passes.
Here's Batum, and the rejection by Giannis.
Ouch. 5 shots without a make. That's a really ragged start coming out of halftime.
Here's Middleton, and another basket for Milwaukee.
And just about every one of Middleton's shots is a smart one. Even from mid-range, he's not going to force anything.
Coffee passes to Jackson. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That's on Brook Lopez. The Clippers shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. The first free throw is good.
And Jackson certainly doesn't lack confidence. A speedy guard who can fill it up in no time.
So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. And it's the Bucks ball. They're on an 11-1 run right now. Holiday, the pass to Lopez. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Holiday's got assist number 5 here tonight.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
George against Lopez. Patterson, and it's sent back by Lopez.
Oh, the long arms of Brook Lopez effortlessly sends that back.
Middleton, the pass to Holiday. Back to Middleton. And the 3 off target.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
Oh, Kevin, get a load of that one. Take that play and put it in the alley-oop textbook, boys.
Perfectly done. You're right. He put it on a platter for him. Middleton outside. The pass to Lopez. And he dunks it right on Patrick Patterson. Ouch!
If you give Lopez a 7-footer this much room, it's over.
They get a hand on it. And here comes Holiday leading the fast break. Paul George grabs the miss. George has got his 4th rebound in this one. Kicks it to Batum with the shot. And it's good off the back rim and in. George has got 17 now.
But you love how Paul George gets his feet under him first on these catch and shoot. His pre-shot routine is so important.
Outside Holiday. Pass to Middleton. Back to Holiday. Over Jackson. The shot by Holiday, no good. Clippers trail by 13. Patterson finds George. And that one is off.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Holiday with another miss. Here's George. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's Milwaukee. 13 points up at the end of the period. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver, and he did just that.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Paul George is out there with Rajon Rondo. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then it's Marcus Morris, and it's man in at the small forward position. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Drills the 3-pointer. George has got the 4th quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Clippers. Holiday, the pass to Middleton. To the inside. Bucks passing it around. And Tucker kicks to Middleton. Shot clock at 5. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Make no mistake, guys, one of the more effective second-round picks we have in the NBA. Tucker provides a steady diet of production.
Reagan, New York, you obviously played in a number of championship contending teams. What do the Knicks have to do to get back to that feel, that kind of team?
Well, listen, it starts with stability across the board, but mainly that means at the top. And You got to give this new front office, this new regime, an opportunity. I think they got some good young pieces, but title contenders are not in a constant state of flux right now. They've got to take their baby steps here and start moving in the right direction.
Like you say, it does begin in the front office. Clippers trail by 13. Now, here's George. Makes it off the glass. George has got 22.
Well, you have to respect the focus of Paul George, not letting the defense alter his shot.
Passes to Tucker. Inside, it's stolen by Morris. From deep, George hits it from three-point range. George has got it back down to within single digits for the Clippers. Timeout called the Bucks.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
Well, this is a chess match. Looking ahead a few moves and trying to execute toward that.
Kawhi Leonard's checked in for the Clippers. And then for Milwaukee, Antetokounmpo comes in for Chris Middleton. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Drew Holiday. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Thanks, Kevin. Mike Budenholzer had some words for his team during the break. He's encouraged where they are at this point in the game, but he told his guys things can turn in a blink. What we need to do is execute the rest of the way. So we'll see if they can finish this one off, Kevin.
Well, I'm telling you, this guy is doing everything he can to get them where they want to be. He's been on a mission in this period.
Outside, Antetokounmpo. Over to the left wing. Tucker finds Portis. Pocket 6. Milwaukee needs to get off a shot here. Basket counts. And the Bucks lead by 8.
You know, we see this a lot from Tucker. Scores by overpowering the defender with his tremendous strength.
Outside, George. And it's George finishing it off.
Yeah, a nice, strong finish on the inside.
But, Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality. Forbes, the pass to Portis. To the left wing, puts up a 3. Kawhi Leonard with the rebound. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. They trail by 6.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Portis, the pass to Antetokounmpo. And there's a minute 45 left to play here in the fourth. And he banks in the layup.
Well, use the pick and going right to the cup. I love the aggressiveness.
Outside Rondo. And George kicks to Morris. To the middle. Kicks it out to Leonard. Shoots the 3. It's rebounded by Portis. Milwaukee leading by 8. It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. Pass to Forbes. We've got 1:08 left in the fourth quarter. Morris with the block.
Well, Marcus Morris, the frame and the length to block shots. That's pretty.
Gets a hand on it, controls the rebound, and puts it back up and in.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for the Bucks.
This was a physical game.
Yeah, I mean, they were aware of the rotations defensively and were able to attack the rim.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Giannis.
You look at the energy he brought on both ends of the floor, and it's easy to see why he was a difference maker.
Forbes dishes to Antetokounmpo. From 13, will not go. This is off the front iron.
I think it's safe to call this one a wrap.
Well, it's been a hard-fought battle through much of the night. They just missed out on a couple of opportunities they'd love to do over.
And the Bucks with possession here. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Now, here's Tucker, covered by Morris. Here is Forbes. And so the Bucks take the win. And David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks.